on January 25th, 2017 with Mr. Yoyongco, Luis Yoyongco, and Jaime Aguilera. Mr. Yoyongco is the signatory over the master mother account and the global assets to be implemented for the divine world. So we're going to go into right now and speak with him and the other people who are involved in the entire project of this implementation. And so here we go. And this is Mr. Yoyongco. Mr. Yoyongco, why don't you give us a quick overview of your position, how you received your position, and what is about to happen and what you're about to do.
That is very surprise for me that I have that necessary documents. I don't think so that that document is very important for the whole world. But now I was surprised that this is the documents that they need for the recovery of the crisis for the whole world. And I am very willing to use these documents for economic recovery for all nations and especially for the Filipino people.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell us, you have the signatory power over the assets,
Yes,
and now you have the account,
yes,
and you have the backup to that account,
Yes.
which means you have the gold and the diamonds.
yes, of course.
Correct?
Yes.
And
The original
now,
documents that
Correct.
I have also, plus the backup.
and the backup.
Yes.
So right now we're going to go ahead and introduce Jaime
Yeah.
Aguilera, who
Yeah.
you are the. Can you explain exactly your position or give you can as well, Mr. Yoyongco?
My partner is also a holder keeper of the stock in the area. He is the banker keeper of the stock.
Okay, so you're the master keeper
Yeah.
of the stock, basically held in the Philippines,
Yes.
which we'll go through the history momentarily.
Yes.
And then also we have here our friend. I'm sorry. What is your name?
I am Isagani Bilarde,
Okay.
a banker friend of Mr. Luis Yoyongco.
And you are overseeing the bunker systems here
Yes.
in the Philippines.
Yes.
And this is also our. I'm sorry. Your name?
Louis.
I'm Mr. Noel Patello, and I was appointed by Mr. Luis Yoyongco, a close friend, over auditing matters with regards to the implementation of this gargantuan project.
Okay, great. And also here, go ahead and announce your position.
have-
And this is the attorney,
I'm attorney Jesus Villamar.
Jesus Villamar.
Jesus, yeah. Villamar.
Villamar. Okay, very good.
And I was asked by Mr. Luis Yoyongco to assist him in matters of legal questions.
Okay, very good.
And also to help in the implementation of this ABL, particularly for people who are impoverished.
Yes. And ABL stands for,
And ABL stands for Ang Bagong Lipunan,
which
which
means
means a new society.
a new society.
Yeah.
And that's what these assets are earmarked for and what they were derived. So let's go into the history, Mr. Yoyongco, of the assets. Where did it come from? We had talked about Jose Rizal.
Yes.
And we're looking back into history, into the early 1800s and even before, because this goes back, according to the information, back to Lemuria,
Yeah,
the lost city.
the
of
lost
Lemuria.
city.
Okay, so go ahead and give us a quick overview as quickly as you can. There's so much history here, and it goes into King David, King Solomon,
Yes.
all of these historical assets and gold,
Yeah.
the Golden City, all of those
Yes.
type of things. So please give us an overview of where this came from and how ultimately
That
you received your
yeah.
position. Go ahead.
that volume of stock comes from the former Dr. Rizal, according to the history. But actually, that is the lost city that makes the changes of the whole world when the whole world will be flooded, and it was lost the city. Now it was already discovered. Then we will use it for recovery of the financial crisis for the whole world, and we are very willing to use it in a good way.
Okay, now Jose Rizal received these assets, including this information, of the lost city and the other assets that were brought to the Philippines for various reasons. World War II was one of them, the Vatican assets here, different things to that nature. So the account that you oversee is the master mother account.
The master account comes from late president, and it was not implemented to the Filipino people because that is not yet matured. But at this time it was already matured, so we can use it also. And the mother account backup was already discovered here in the Philippines, and that is the Lost City or Lemuria or the Octopus.
The Octopus Tunnel.
Yes.
And that you're referring to different tunnels.
Yes,
Such
different
such as the Octopus Tunnel, the Jakarta Tunnel.
Yeah.
The can you name some more and let us know how many tunnels total are in the Philippines?
That is, in our expectation, that is not less than 350 billion tons inside the tunnel.
350 billion tons
Yes.
of gold.
Yes.
And some of it has been distributed to other countries,
The-
Dubai
No.
or UAE.
No, that is intended for different nation, only for the documentation to use in their poverty and in Yes,
Poverty eradication programs
and the funds
such
of
as.
different nation.
Okay. So, all right. So then, the master stocks that are held in the Philippines are the master account.
Yes, that is a master account backup.
That's a master account
Yes.
backup. So now, explain to me the account. What is the account number again?
The QN 00330 of ASBLP or ang Bagong Lipunan or New Society.
The New Society
Yes.
funding,
Funding.
which brings in the divine world.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, and
Okay.
we will use it for the divine word now.
Okay. Now, you were given this position after Ferdinand Marcos. This came from Jose Rizal. There was a trustee put in place, which ended up to be Ferdinand E. Marcos.
That is not directly given to me, but because I did not know what is the meaning of the bearer. But now I know it very well. The
Okay.
bearer is the holder and the one who implementation for humanitarian projects globally.
Okay, and you were in that position right
Yes,
now.
yes.
And you were given that position after Ferdinand Marcos had not completed
Yes.
his last year of 1987, is what you
Yes.
said.
That was 1986. The all power of Ferdinand Marcos was lost, and because they cannot wait up to 1987, and we will continue that mission.
And you were given that assignment
Yes.
in 1987.
Yes.
Okay, and so you have held these information for such a time as now to implement the divine world, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now we're ready to implement. You have your partner here, who is the master stockholder over all of the tunnels, the 350 potential tunnels in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And at this point, your next step, as given your position, you are prepared and ready to sign.
Yes. No problem. I am very willing to sign and to help it for the whole world, especially for Filipino people.
Okay, and
Yes.
great. And so right now we're going to look at the documentation you hold
Yes.
and the supporting
All
information.
necessary documents, all original was under my control, including the assets and all backup we have it. That's why there is no problem. We have a complete documents in the original and all backup for that.
Okay. All right, great. So can you give us a quick overview of the documents you hold, and if we can, I guess, take a look at them one at a time here, and you can hold them up, and we'll take a quick look at it.
This is the pattern of letter of instruction made by the old man for the past year. That's
Oh.
why we will follow this as a basis for our implementation.
Okay, and it has fingerprints.
Yeah, this is my fingerprints and my thumb mark.
And this is the
Yeah.
1 second here. We'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is
Letter of
a
instruction,
certification of letter of instruction, ang Bagong Lipunan. Yeah.
Which okay.
Yeah.
And now you mentioned the old man.
Yeah.
Can you give us a quick rundown? Who is the old man?
The old man that I mentioned is FM, Ferdinand Marcos, formerly. But he cannot finish their mission. Lack of 1 year up to 1986 only.
Okay, so he is referenced as the old man.
Yes.
Okay.
But at this time, I was surprised that I'll be the one who control the documents that they have.
Now,
And I will use it for the humanitarian projects, as I said.
yes, as for
Yes.
implementation for
Yes.
the new divine world.
Yes.
Okay, now the old man. You referenced that you speak to the old man every day. What was that meaning?
It means the heart and the mind of the old man that we will use is the heart and mind that we will going to do for a future.
So almost a spirit is what you're
Yes,
referencing.
that is a spirit.
And so you're in constant contact. Okay, making sense. Okay, great. So this is the Mbagaling Punan letter of instruction. And let's go to the next document. This gives full instructions of what's supposed to happen globally
Yes.
to the assets, the hereby order.
That is only a trances for different trances that we will use.
Okay.
Then this is the shield that we will have. The 72 currency shield, the conqueror shield, and the 7 shield of angel, the 7 angel shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. And so then let's go through the other documentation fairly quickly. You now here have your information sheet.
Yeah, this is the information sheets of me and my partner, Manong Jaime Narbasa Aguilar. And we are already signed on this and put my fingerprints.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then next we have the tunnel. One of the tunnels.
And this is the inventory of one of the tunnels, 1.8 million tons here in Octopus.
This and so the Jakarta.
Yes.
Jakarta.
Yes, that is also in a part of the Lemuria.
Okay. This is part of the Lemurian stock. Okay. And then next we have reference here. We'll
Yeah.
kind of just go through them as they are.
This is the confirmation from Switzerland that this document of UNC.
Go ahead.
This is a secret book of redemption of ang Bagong Lipunan, QN 0330, with the seal of the President of the Philippines. Dated July 15, 1983, and it was already matured last 2013. And this is the picture of all men that signing on the being a principal holder. And this is the different bills that they will print formerly, but it was not yet implemented. The 50 bills.
This would have been if it implemented in the 80s.
Yes.
Correct.
But the backup will not use.
Will be used for electronic currency.
Yes,
Is what you.
we will use for electronic purposes. The 20, the 10, the 5, and the 2 pesos here. And especially the general agreement for other countries.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the signature page, which is Fernando Marcos and the president of London at the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So
and
that's
this is the microfilm of these documents.
okay.
And this is the microfilm
Got it. For the ABL.
for the ABL.
Now, I had understood that this may be in central banks, basically around the world.
Yes.
And it was printed, correct? But then it will now go into electronic currency, correct? Yes? Okay. Then let's go into some of the other documents you hold here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And this is the documents that tested that this is approved since September 11, 2007 by the Perpetual Trustors of Malta, the 7,000 metric tons plus 1.8 million tons. And
Okay.
it was signed last September 11, 2007.
Okay. And then next.
And this is the plan of the Lemuria signed by Emperor last August 8, 2016.
Okay, so
The
August 8th, that's
Lemurian,
the
the
upside down.
Lemurian plan.
That's the Lemurian tunnel.
Tunnel. This is the Lemurian
And
tunnel.
and here's the signatures
Yeah.
of the emperor.
Yes, the sign of Emperor and the stamp.
Okay,
And
and
this is a very dangerous and very expensive area.
okay.
This is the elements that we will use for our manufacture.
Okay. And let's see what else we have. Then you've developed, well, we have the World Bank books.
So yeah.
Why don't we get into the World Bank book if you don't mind? in reference to what you have here, and then we'll get into your certificates now.
And this is the World Bank statement.
Okay. if
Yeah.
you Hold it this way. Thank you.
And all necessary documents was inserted in this document, in this book.
This references.
Yeah, and this references of ASBLP 0330 2012 being infinity,
The infinite account.
the infinite accounts, and all head of agency was already signed on this
And this has.
and approved last 2012 being infinity.
Okay, this is the infinite book showing all the bank accounts globally that
Yes.
were under this. And you've got Ban Ki-moon, you've got Christine Lagarde, the Queen,
Yes.
Barack Obama,
Yeah.
and then there's the second page that has
Bernanke, he has Timothy Geichner,
all your,
Francis Curry,
and you have
and my shield and sign
uh-huh.
plus star mark and my palm shield. This
Okay.
is the final shield by 2 pound.
And this gives
Yeah.
validity to the accounts
Yeah.
and actually the master account,
Yeah.
the ASBLP. Account master bank statement of 2012, and you do have other ones. Then also we have here. These are-
this is the 2 doors, the global ATM, dated dated July 15, 1983. This is a certificate of entitlement.
Certificate of
Yes.
entitlement. And this is the global ATM.
Yes, this is a global ATM, and this is the bearer signed by the late president and first lady that it was assigned to the one who is deeply generous bearing of these documents.
Okay.
And this is a metal certificate for the 7,000 NT of HSBC UN 00330, signed by the 3 bankers and indicated the quantities and the finalities. The fineness of this is 99.99.
So these are all the accounts
Yes.
that are associated with the QN 000330 account, which is the master mother account, over all accounts, which you are the signatory to.
And
You've
this is written in the 24K of AU, not
This is-
in paper.
Okay, and you've got a.
With a total weight of 330 grams.
Okay. And they're going to put it on there. And we can see the weight of this. And this is the.
330 grams.
330 grams.
Okay, great. And then also in the book we have here, we have the other tunnels.
And this is one of the room of the Lemuria under the tunnel.
Okay.
And this is the highway in
You wanna
Lemuria
flip that?
under the tunnel also.
This is the highway.
Yes.
And you're saying the center horse is
Yeah,
what? Representing?
Representing of the Alexander the Great horses.
Okay.
And this is all kind of precious metal and stone under the tunnel.
And this is all Lemurian.
Yes, under Lemuria. And this is the stairway going to Lemuria downstairs with
Okay.
3 Buddhas under the stair. And this is a big snake with a big diamonds in the inner side of the snake.
Okay, diamonds in the
And this is another highway in Lemuria.
Okay. So this is all a reference
Yeah.
to Lemuria.
Yeah, and this is the other part. There are 3 dangerous places in the area containing of 3 pieces of diamond like a basketball sizes.
Okay.
And this is a part of a different rooms under Lemuria.
Okay.
And this is another part.
Okay.
And this is the first room when you enter
Enter.
in Lemuria.
Okay. Is there any truth that the Lemurian tunnel is? This is another tunnel, octopus.
Yes, the of Lemuria and Octopus was only one plus Lost City. And this
The
is the
lost city.
and this is the center of Lost City, called the Tunnel 8 or Garrison 13.
Garrison 13.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, can we turn on the light and we'll pull out the Secret Book of Redemption and look at what you have referencing the paper as having okay, so this is actually in the, you can see the marks that are,
Mapatabi yun din muna.
okay, and then the back of it has, as you
A
can see,
mark.
they begin to show up. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they come up as check,
Check and protect.
check, protect. Okay, very good. And then we go into, so all the paper does have the markers, everything that is needed. Okay, so the whole book is marked, and then you also have another set of documentation that also is seen under this light. And you got the ABL. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now at this point, Mr. Yoyongco, can we have the light back on, please?
Ay,
Ma, pakita ilaw.
ilaw.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So at this point, we have the,
The supporting documents of the mother account.
okay, this is the supporting documents of the mother account.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And this is the Green Eagle Heritage Foundation. And if we can put it up like that, that would be wonderful for me. And that gives us all that. Shows the metric tons of gold behind it. All the information based upon your documentation. IMF, stamps, Heritage Corporation obligation certificate of Bank of Switzerland or National Certificate deposit, and it shows the all of the information. Key accounts. Okay. When this was deposited. Okay. And next we have the deposit certificate, delivery certificate. And this all for the Green Eagle Heritage Foundation. 1983. Showing 780 billion currency of the Aganlipunan. Okay, next please. And Ferdinand Marcos as the implementor, as we're aware. And that gives... Okay, next please. Inventory list. Bank of Switzerland, BS is Bank of Switzerland. Okay, next. And I guess these are kind of flipped around. Gold bullion certificate. 1883. Okay, and this is only one of the many different central banks or master banks that hold the Aganlipunan. Okay, general agreement. Okay. And okay. Gold memorandum receipt. Okay, next. Certificate of insurance, Lloyd's of London. And these also have the special paper that is seen under the infrared
The packing list.
and the packing list. Okay. And
Second page of packing list.
all right. Okay. Another packing list. Passcode numbers along with it. Okay. And letter of instruction.
Tony, okay.
Anything to the
Okay. And
Magkakape ng gabi.
further. And the projects that are all associated with the funds. Pearl of the Orient. And the last.
IMF certification.
Okay. $7,000 metric tons there. And, okay, the last page?
No more.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
No more.
No more. That's just your passport and all. Okay, and do you have a current passport that we could get to take a look at? As your supporting document?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We'll take a look at that. Okay, and lastly, now in your own words, because this will go to World Bank and other officials, if you can give your statement of attestation of your implementation plans.
This is a this is a start of the economic recovery for the whole world, especially for the Filipino people, and we are willing to do this for the good of benefits of different nations also, and to restructure of all projects in the Philippines and all needed by the Filipino people and for the whole world also.
And you're ready at this moment to meet with all and any officials that need to come in and make signatures or go to the World Bank potentially?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the attestation and the implementation for the divine world.
Yeah.